Dig, dig, lunch. Dig, 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 dinner. Home. Drink. Higher. Drink. A. Drink. Nothing. Drink. Nothing. Nothing. Drink. Train. Whistle. Elephant. Circus.
Eli woke me up at 4 a.m. I cussed him out. Thought he was gonna be late. Peeked into our folks, still sleeping. Snuck out the window, ran as fast as we could to the field where they do it. We were all there, all of the kids in Irwin, there to watch him set up the big top, the greatest free show on earth. Trains whistled, pigs screamed, men and animals stood at every door. Everybody marched around, seemed to know what they were doing. Except this Gravyard guy. He kept bumping in his door, tripping on boats. People yelled at him, and his face turned as red as his hair. Funny. It's like a clown. And this elephant came out, bigger than the one we saw a few years back. Lots bigger. And made this big trumpet. Ooh, we felt pissed ourselves. And then unloaded the main temple and set it right between that thing's eyes. It rolled toward forward. Boom! 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 Pushing and pulling in the air that stopped higher, higher, higher. Holding it up there so the men could fix it into place. It was like a dream. A loud dream, I guess. Full of pounding and hammering and cursing. Like watching an entire city get built in 2 hours. It's not my favorite part of the circus. Watching them set up that and the parade. Just really looking forward to that parade. Irwin.
Made everyone look like something once.
Hear the brass band and the bass drum for miles. Men on all his circus tuck. Hairs in their dresses, tails in their coats.
Colors you never dreamed of.
So long, stretched on forever. The elephant had armor running all over him.
Our yellow town got all purple and silver and red.
The big elephant was leading the whole thing. Big eye, red hair, he was up on her back. Mary, 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 Mary.
Hogs. Hogs must have been spooked so terrible to act like that. Those pigeons used to laugh around, just grunting up and down Main Street, even when they were falls on the ground. Irwin's garbage collectors. But not that day. That day a band was playing. People rushing out, folk circus pounding in the middle of town. No way them hogs ain't scared. Irwin's garbage department on strike until further notice. Clean up your own junk, people at Irwin, we on strike. And thus, the hogs left the prize. Left the holy grail of garbage untouched in the mud. A juicy chunk of watermelon. That's when the dominoes started to fall. Elephant sees melon. Elephant walks towards melon. Elephant rider turns red. Elephant rider encourages elephant to abandon melon. Elephant ignores elephant rider. Elephant rider is most insistent to the tune of elephant hook across elephant head. Elephant keeps walking towards melon. Elephant holds up parade. The elephant rider turns red. The elephant rider breaks elephant hook across elephant head. The elephant thinks. The elephant's decided she's had enough of elephant rider. The elephant picks up elephant rider off elephant back with elephant trunk. Elephant trunk throw elephant rider into soda pop stand. Elephant rider burning rubble. Elephant rider thinks it's over. The elephant rider is wrong. Elephant walk on over to elephant rider and put elephant foot on elephant rider head. Elephant rider scream. Elephant elephant foot steps on down. Elephant rider head explode like a melon. The elephant rider turn red. The elephant walk away. The elephant rider don't. The elephant, now free of elephant rider, strolls on over and helps himself to some melon. Simple. Parade stops, man dies. The elephant turns killer. All for a melon. All for the want of a hog.
La 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 la.
All ages, Smart World Famous Shows proudly presents.
Normal and I would play with the danger, talk up the toothless tiger. Not tonight. We walk Mary out like she's one of the most innocent of God's creatures. I'm thinking, look at her, look at her. She's just a big, dumb animal. We all agree on that. All Irwin is under one big tent. She ain't no killer. Please.
The two of us arriving into the ring didn't usually get a gasp, but circumstances had changed. I tried to draw the crowd's attention away from Mary. I licked my lips, tossed my hair, threw myself out there like a 2-cent whore. Nothing. Their trousers stayed creased. I was playing to a tent full of eunuchs. Forget about lust then. Innocence would win the day. Look at me, all of you. Here I am, all wrapped up, cuddled up in the very trunk that did the deed. And am I scared? Am I trembling? I am smiling. Smiling. The brightest beams of white forgiveness I could, till I thought the corners of my lips would crack open and gush blood over the sawdust. But it didn't work. These people weren't here to forgive. They stood up and pelted us with popcorn. And then they made this sound.
Listen to that. It comes true. Your dreams come true. In a tiny town in Tennessee, crowds leap to his feet, shakes the air, makes it tremble. But it's not the sparks you dreamed of, but oh, they scream till their lungs ache, louder than any lion's roar. Young and old, united in one voice in a circle. Their scream, their chant, their heart's greatest wish. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Everyone around us was throwing such them, so Eli and me wound up our cotton candy and baseballs and talked as hard as we could. Everybody, the marshal, was waving guns around, everybody screaming. Oh, except the public section.
You don't need to say nothing, no give you no vote. Best to keep your mouth shut.
Then the crowd started talking. Never knew clowns could talk.
No. Brad was one of us. Part of the circus. He knew the risks. This doesn't concern you. You tell me he's got no claim here. The military has its own court. So does the circus. The circus court of appeals.
This little gal came out.
She was favored her left tusk. They have nerves in there. Big ones run like half the tooth. But I saw it. You all saw him hitting her tusk in the hood, whacking the spit out of it, trying to get her to behave, to stay in line. What was she supposed to do? She stopped him. That's all. She stopped him.
The marshal and the new preacher stood up.
These parties can talk all they want. We know we've seen it. The people are with the man.
No, we don't. Jaime cast no vote was counted. So don't you stand there all hugged up with false pride and tell me that the people of Irwin demand this illness die? Cause I don't. Grab that end if you want. Say the people of Irwin minus the preacher. But that doesn't have the same power, does it? Have that little minus. Don't have the right to say it. You have to find some way to leave me out of it. I am a person, God knows, but I'm not the people. I'm not.
We know what we see, and the people of Irwin demand justice.
Louder! Then the straw man grabbed his arm and started shouting and
know what I want to know is thunder. Their beauty tests, their small heads. I will trust them all. Spots! Quiet! Quiet, Spots!
Suddenly, the ringmaster raised his hand and it all got quiet.
Now, $8,000 is a lot to lose. A lot to lose in a small hick town in the middle of nowhere, but investments get tricky when people want blood. Because it's not just Irwin. Your investment wired back from your upcoming stops. Johnson City, Rogersville, Indian Ridge. Says your circus isn't welcome till that elephant is taken care of. So, is she still worth $8,000? Is she still worth anything? You can sell it to another circus if no one's looking to get part of your money back, but people are looking at it. And elephants don't just disappear. People know if they see. And they know what they want. And you know what your daddy would do. So, you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, the circus understands. The circus understands your wishes. And this merry-matter will be settled to your liking tomorrow. And we are open to suggestions.
We had the answer. We always have the answer. At first, they chose not to listen to the whisper of our rails. The marshal knew shooting it with a pistol hadn't worked. So they talked about getting a rifle, or better yet, a cannon. Civil War cannon from the nearby museum. Click, clack, wrong track. We whispered louder. They talked about electrocuting it, frying it up like some of them had seen in that moving picture Thomas Edison had made. But that was copycat stuff. That wasn't dreaming big enough. We whispered louder, would not be ignored. And finally, someone heard us. The rail yard. There's a crane there can lift 100 tons. Says so right there on the side of it, right there in black and white. Nothing gray can stand up to that much black and white. Now, something like that could do something special. Something never been done before. Why, something like that could hang her. Hang her like any other murderer. She may be big, but that railroad crane's bigger. Crane will get the job done. Crane will do the trick. Crane's the railroad after all, and you can always depend on the railroad.
Hanging shoots me fine, I guess. Still think the cannon would have been better.
Ah, for now, Irwin would finally be clean.
I'd have never believed it. Irwin is the place to be tomorrow.
You want to do that right?
Everybody was sharing with everybody else,
I kept to myself.
laughing, dancing.
The crane could lift her bomb.
It's a people problem, not a crane problem. People don't always remember so good, even a big crowd of people, even thousands of people. People tend to forget the little details, especially when they got an elephant in front of them. And nobody did. Nobody remembered to unhook her. Nobody remembered she was still chained to the railroad track. Her foot was still chained to the track.
They were kind of ripping her in half a bit, pulling their leg at this weird angle, her leg trying to hold her down to the ground while the rest of her was headed up.
Her leg broke. I burned out because my whole body breaking. I could feel it in my spine. My spine buckled, ached in sympathy, rang like a tuning fork. Eli started crying.
Should have left then, I suppose.
Eli ran off.
But I stayed.
Baby,
Stayed to see him unhook her foot, lift her up again.
baby.
To see her trunk flailing about, jerking around every which way, standing there like crazy trying to grab hold of something.
Baby.
Think she was nearly gone, or would have been soon. No, that is, if the chain around her neck hadn't broke.
No.
But it broke.
No.
The chain around her neck. It broke.
No.
It wasn't the crane. The crane could lift her. The crane could lift her fine.
Mistake number 2. It was a chain problem, not a crane problem. Chain around her neck couldn't handle all that weight. Weakest link, right?
The chain popped and she came crashing down the railroad track with this sound. Like an oak tree cracking in half. She broke her. I think she broke her hip. I kind of went out of her. Couldn't seem to move. Couldn't get off her side.
It was loose.
Free.
The little gal who climbed her before started screaming. Like she was the one who fell down and yelled out for someone, and they handed her back a thicker link chain, and I couldn't believe it, but she just ran up her back again. Her face was all red and twisted, but she just ran up there, ran up her back, hooked her up, and ran off.
Nobody clapped this time. Didn't seem. In fact, some people started leaving. The wind leading the kids off anyway.
Hey. Hey. Thick mud. Hard to bury a squirrel in, much less I got a steam shovel. I could dig the hole. You hear? I could dig the hole. Hey. Hey. That's why we got machines for in the first place, right? To help people? Make the job easier? What? What? I could dig the hole. I could dig the hole. Let me dig the hole. Please.
It was September, and there was a town, and there was a circus, there was a railroad, there was a man with red hair, and there was an elephant. There was an elephant. An elephant. You pack up your tent. You load the boxcars. You wait. You wait. After midnight, after the town folk have gone home, after the prying eyes of Irwin are closed, safe, sleeping with certainty that their big boogie monster is dead, good and dead, that they can go on with their stupid fucking lives, in their stupid fucking town, in their stupid fucking... You wake up the clowns. You wake up the clowns and you put the shovel back in their hands. You put the shovel back in their hands and you tell them to dig her up. You tell them to dig her up and saw off her tusk. You tell them to saw off her tusk and bring them back to you. You have to see what you can salvage. You have to see what you can get for them, for the eye, for the tusk. An elephant is an investment.
bow, bow.